Morning, morning. So all my audio on the game is off because the last time I played, I was just messing around with stuff, doing collectibles things, and I just didn't want the audio on while I was listening to either YouTube or anime. Who knows? it was a few days ago. Um, yeah, I'll quickly get the game audio fixed. Load in. But apparently this week is the finale. Was expecting that. Act 3 just started last week. I thought maybe it'd be like another week or two before we hit the finale, but no. Because I saw some tweets from DMG saying like, Heresy finale, fantastic. Let us know what you think. Like what? So I have no idea what happens. Cross's thumbnail for the weekly story kind of spoils a little bit, which is a little unfortunate. But I didn't watch the video at all. Here we go. So there we go. Audio. Is my headphones on? They were not. It's like my OBS saying that there's audio coming through, but I can't hear it. All right. Meet with the Echo of Navigation in Eris's throne world via the Last City portal. Oryx has called us to council in Eris's throne world. Apparently he has information regarding Savathun's plans, and he intends to share them with us. His information about Zivo Arath proved useful. We should hear him out. Actually, I want to... Yeah. I just like the cosmetic look of my Void Hunter. That's my staple, my go-to. If I can, I'll like all the cutscenes to have that outfit on. Gosh, I still need to commission that. The artist, it's Mingwei. If you look at my Twitter, you'll see me like sometimes repost her stuff, but she just commissions and whatnot. I've been wanting to submit one for my Guardian for like over a year now. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's more of I just haven't like gotten all the pictures and thought of a good pose to be drawn in. Alright, Oryx.
Savathun has made her play. I feel the threads of her power. She would tear me from this prison and bind me to her throne world. The heretic queen, Eris Morn, tells me that Savathun's throne is a garden filled with light. That's not how I remember it. My sister's high coven was a place of sharp knives and subterfuge. No longer. She acts in earnest, and so she acts predictably. She's betrayed her nature. Remind her that her starving worm would have eaten her alive. Go to her throne, disrupt the words of her binding and the strength of her brood. To be bound to that place would take me from one jailer to another. I would need time to break my sister's snares. But soon, I will break the hand that wields you.
Not ominous at all. Act 3 crossed blades. Savathun has made her play. The echo of navigation begins. He shares that the version of the Witch Queen's throne world we know is no longer the same. He conveys to us that his sister is attempting to steal him from Eris's throne. He can feel it and has no wish to be chained from one warden to another. She acts in earnest, so she acts predictably. She's betrayed her nature. The echo burns with fury. To be bound to that place would take me from one jailer to another. Bids us to stop her, if we are strong enough. Infiltrate Savathun's throne world and put a stop to her ritual to steal the echo from Eris's throne. Is the echo going to escape? Weird. Okay. We're just gonna load into the area, I guess. Not a mission.
Guardian, the Witch Queen reaches into my throne and seeks to excise the echo from it. Make haste and infiltrate her court.
My sister's spellcraft will choke this nascent cyst if you do not intervene. She wishes to free me, not only from you, but from this world.
Oh, I don't think I ever got the new Gimmer that was during Guardian games. Oops. There's a lot of things I didn't get during Guardian games. It kind of sucks. There was like a really cool shader. There's this thing. Just wasn't playing during that time.
Savathun's brood conducts a similar ritual to the one we use to bind Oryx.
She summons me through the discovery of poison progeny to an altar in my image.
The Temple of the Navigator. Savathun formed that place to honor her brother who fell. You have your heading, Guardian. We do not have much time.
I was thinking the other way, but no, that's the temple for Savathun. Or Sathona, I should say. We're just following the Light Blade path.
There is a tear in the fabric of reality. Open it, and will yourself closer to our goal. Hurry. The Witch Queen's claws are taking hold.
Yes. Embrace my power. Those nights, they were not taken by this Oryx, but within them I sense my will. Challenge them and die.
look at this. Yeah, I'm just starting to see all the crazy taking stuff happening. This one looks so cool. It's also kinetic. Oh, hey. Why is that here? Cycle on the lock. I'm jumping so I don't like launch myself forward. So I don't fall off the edge. Oh no! I forgot to destroy the thing first. Well.
Guardian, my binding is being tested. You must.
That's why I was jumping.
Move quickly.
Dang it. Falling off. Barriers, I'm just... Son of a gun, really? Oh my goodness. Got frozen on top of the chain. Alright, where's my sword? Oh, great. One of each type. Oh, wow, that did a ton of damage.
One must die to break the ritual. Now, Guardian, hurry!
I have a feeling that us...
It is done. Oryx's presence is contained, secure once more. It
Feeling that's not
appears the
true.
progeny he spoke of was no other than Malak. It has been some time since that name was spoken. Recover it, so that we may learn its secrets.
Yeah, I have a feeling we weren't supposed to do that.
Tisk, tisk. You're always meddling in other people's affairs. Normally, I admire that type of gumption. It's why we get along. But stealing my son's head? This is below you.
Oh,
This time,
Malak is seventh
you've
and son.
crossed a line.
I did know that.
This time,
I warned you. I even tried to do this the nice way and leave your brand new throne intact. No more of that. Enjoy every hive in the vicinity descending on you. I hope you have an escape plan.
Is that another head? Okay, here's what I can do. Myself devour. There we go.
a nephew of Oryx, son to Savathun. He was partially taken. Perhaps we can procure a panacea for Sloane from this. Malik was one of the only taken to retain their will. They were a unique being, now reduced to an, albeit powerful, artifact.
With Savathun's ritual thwarted, assist WD Commander Sloane in reforging the Willbreaker. Savathun's ritual has been prevented, and Oryx's echo remains bound to Ares' Stormworld. You have secured the head of Malak, nephew to the Taken King, and Savathun's. Again, I did not know that fact about Malak. I really didn't. Oh, it's a mission. Cool. Meet with Sloane in the place of the offering and reforge a Willbreaker with Oryx's recovered hilt. I'm a little nervous. I don't...
Sloane is waiting for you, Guardian. Though we have the hilt, we still lack a shard. And so none but a taken hand will serve to reforge Willbreaker. And she is not completely taken. She will need your help. Our help.
Gosh, is Sloane gonna become fully taken? Uh-oh. I don't necessarily like that. We're going to the font. Yeah. Or the fount. Oh, can I jump up from here? I can. Right, no point in waiting around. Let's get this done with. Really, you couldn't have made like a bigger bubble? That doggy that's coming up behind me. Oh. Darkness. Wipe out anything with a living will in there that isn't you. The deep made me an offer once, and it hasn't forgotten. Oh gosh, I can't even read the... Sucks not having the voice acting. It's kind of getting claustrophobic with all these taking arms. There's a knife for me. Like, holy work against despair? No.
The brittle steel breaks. Breathe deep. Hold gentle. Guardian! Destroy the Taken!
shape. I refuse. I refuse. I have to take an offer just because someone makes it. I have this. I'll be right with you, Guardian. It looks okay. Willbreaker, we begin. Look at it. Your power. Our will. That core is our night. No one else's. We should head back to Eris. Show her what we've made. Confer with Eris Morn and Sloan at the shaping slab. And I'm a little nervous. What's gonna happen? Also, there's still no news about Frontiers. I don't think Bungie has played their cards this close to their chests for a new expansion in a long time. I think the closest was maybe Shadowkeep. But even then, like, they released it early, but they kept the story beats of it really small.
You have done well. Taken Essentia courses within you, guided by your open hand and your unwavering fist. To rule the Taken energies as sovereign teaches you to better understand their sway and pulse.
And knowing how the Taken power fights your grasp helps you work with it when you have to. Like Eris says, communion. Just one problem left. And he's a big one.
Yes. Savathun and Xivu Arath no longer bring their rituals to bear. They descend to fighting amongst themselves. My conflict with him is made equal. And so the Echo will soon test me in earnest. He will not be able to resist.
If I had to bet on someone in that fight, it'd be Eris Morn and her high heresy.
I appreciate that. But as things stand, I cannot separate Oryx from his power as an Echo. Thus, we are at an impasse. I may hold him, but I cannot win.
Willbreaker is complete. The wielder only needs mastery of the Taken King's power. Our Guardian has that. We could destroy the Echo right now. For good.
And we would lose much. Means to remove the Taken threat entirely. Forever.
Eris.
Time. Allow me time. Just a little longer. Just because we may destroy it does not mean we must immediately.
All right. But the second it gets out of hand...
I know. I will finish it.
Walking a dangerous tightrope. You have a plan of action to move forward with. Despite lingering doubts from the Deputy Commander, you know that Eris is strong and can be trusted. Now your attention must be focused on the Dreadnought. Interesting, did they combine these? That felt like an end of a story, but now they're having us go talk to Eris.
The Dread congregate to make Oryx's high war theirs.
The Dread, yeah, of
Xivu
course.
Arath and Savathun prowl in the wings, waiting for opportunity. The Echo, even now, struggles for freedom. This will never end, so long as the Echo exists. And I have no desire to spend my life a jailer. Go. Defeat the Dread. Preserve their tools. I have a plan.
There we go. Bring your blade to bear against the resonant knife. Complete the mission, Reziel. The dreadnought hangs in the cold, dead silence of space, awaiting your attempts to subdue it. So we still don't really know who the master of all this is. We have some lore books we need to read.
If I can claim the Dread's power, it may be enough to strike Oryx from the Echo. Go!
The Drifter and I are clearing the LZ. Press forward as soon as you're on the ground.
I promised I would test you.
You will not triumph. I am your prison.
Everyone's here to throw a party, huh?
Locate the Echo. You mean, did it escape? Dang it. Didn't want to get caught in the slow. Alright, ogre.
There! The resident knife approaches at Oryx's bidding. You must...
Eris! Hey, Guardian! Shoot fast, you hear?
Well, I did. But he was on mute. Breaker calls from beyond. Where is it? What an objective name. There it is.
Loose upon his throne. You must pursue him, Guardian.
How did he escape? Heresy. How'd you let this happen? It's okay, recreation. I used to no one watching my streams either. I usually do this just for myself.
Keep going. I got him. I'm just saying, don't slow down, hero. Do you know how many hive a squirm is? It's a lot.
Move to support. He back up.
Wouldn't say no.
Sounds good, creation. Appreciate it.
I am the knife-edged hunger. I am
I am the waiter. Death Charter. First among navigators. And I am Prey.
That's not good. running away. Are we just running through all the different sections of the Nether? Again, I'm nervous what's gonna happen. Is Oryx just gonna be losing the system once again? We have to kill the dude? There's a lot of taking.
He flees across the entirety of the Dreadnought. These movements have purpose. Does he seek the helm to steer back to Fundament at last? I will not let him.
I mean, it'd be cool to go to Fundament. I'd like to see what their homeworld looks like. Crap? What? Oh, I see. It's like... no idea where the waypoint was taken. Or we're gonna go to the landing, I think. Is that what it's called? It's the place where the Taken Throne is. Trenchway, that's what it's called. Oh, hi, Slow.
Looks like you're
Sorry.
hanging in there. Glad to see it. We're past the point of being careful. Make sure the risks you do take are worth it. Strike first, strike hardest. And see the fight through, Guardian.
Oh, okay. I thought we could go over there, but I guess not.
Oryx has stopped. And I have not yet seized hold of him. Catch up to him, Guardian, but remain wary. There is very little for him to gain by staying.
Make a darkness zone as soon as I'm in critical.
We are finished, Guardian. All slates wiped clean. No more old time's sake. You and I, we are not friends. Universe preserved. Witness dead. All that you begged me for, I have given. And it's still not enough for you, is it? All I asked was for you to stay away from my family matters. A simple request.
Oh, she is so pissed. Ooh. Like how it's projections. You can't be here yourself. If you knew, it would destroy you. Oh.
I sense you there, Eris Morn. Heretic Queen.
Oh boy.
Will you chain me
Uh-oh, we have
again?
a shade of echo.
I can hold you long enough. I reach through my weapon even now.
I do not yield. But I have nowhere left to go.
Son of a gun, really? None of those hit him? What am I supposed to do? What? Also, that sword charged me off the ledge. Oh my goodness, I don't know.
We are finished, Guardian. All slates wiped clean. No more old time's sake. You and I, we are not friends. Universe preserved. Witness dead. All that you begged me for, I have given. And it's still not enough for you, is it? All I asked was for you to stay away from my family matters. A simple request.
I sense you there, Eris Morn. Heretic Queen. Will you chain me again?
I can hold you long enough. I reach through my weapon even now.
I do not yield. But I have nowhere left to go.
Alright, let's not charge at the Echo directly. Let's... Alright, well that didn't reach. Oh. This isn't good. Oh, we're gonna do that again? Oh, well that makes sense. Well, I probably should have seen that coming. That fire. Ooh. That's a lot of fire. Wasn't expecting that. That's like consecration level of side quest. Not consecration, sorry. I forget, what's the exotic that makes your Titan Super one single slam?
Have you counted the stars, Guardian Knife? Have you understood the spaces between them? I vowed once to understand.
Dang it.
And I have not. And I do not. Every vow I have made is empty.
Yeah, we haven't even left our solar system. So... Oh, are we going to face the Resident Knife now? Ooh. Getting funky. Yeah, there she is.
I have already failed. As my sisters have become heretics, so too have I. Long ago, Oryx was killed, dead, and if I am not Oryx, then I do not live. Ayat. That is enough.
Alright, that's a little sad. Not gonna lie. Oh, hello. Fighting in here. Finally. Can't risk him loose for good. It's time to call
I
it.
had him within my grasp. I was so close. So close. And yet, you are right. We cannot take this risk any longer.
Sorry, Oryx. Bye, buddy. Wait, what? Oh, shoot.
At least the stars will remember the shape I gave them.
His foundations were lies, and he was a traitor, even to himself. And yet, the edges of this plane are ragged where he stood. A monster. A piteous fool. A brother. Hayat.
It's a little sad. Return victorious to the shaping slab and share your triumph over the echo of navigation. Oh no, I can't explain what this reminds me of. I'm currently reading the Dune book series, and there's just a character in there that reminds me of the similar situation that Oryx went through. But I can't say anything. It's huge spoilers for not the first book, the later books. Anyways, poor Oryx. He returns. He missed out on tens and hundreds of thousands of years of the life and experiences the Oryx we first killed. Thrust in a world so far different.
Money can't buy everything.
Devo Wrath turned to, well, her and Oryx are kind of similar. Not like they forsook the sword path, or yeah. They just put too much emotion in it. Became selfish, wanted their own things. Savathun, it wasn't until after the siblings split up, which was, millennia after Oryx had revived them. I don't know, it's just, there's so many things about the history of the Hive that I felt was a little heretic and against the sword logic. And hearing Oryx from the past here, criticizing all of those different actions the Hive took, up to and including what we've seen in the game timeline, like our current era. Poor guy. Your mastery of taking power, the path of resolve, the path of ambition, and your triumph over the echo of navigation reflect in the polished obsidian of the shaping slab. Conquest fits you, Lightbearer. Do not forget the strength you have gained here. An eerie cold courses through the apartment behind you as a dormant hive worm suddenly radiates with lucent energy, beckoning you to answer. You are called and confronted by the Witch Queen. He laments the loss of her brother, the form of the echo of navigation, and makes it known that you are undeniably foes from here on out.
My brother. My brother. Dead. May all that you desire ever be stolen from your grasp. And if the cold and unfeeling universe does not see to it, then I certainly will. Goodbye, traveler's pet. Don't wait up.
It seems so odd that, oh, I don't know. I guess she loves her siblings. She was cold against them, sure. Especially during, like, oh, what was it? Season of the Witch? The Savathun against Zevo and Wrath? Oh. I wouldn't have imagined Savathun to be that pissed about all of this. Anything, Eris? No? No, like, weekly comms? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's head orbit, let's read some lore books, and figure out the end of this. I will say, though, the Echo of Oryx would not live much longer. He would have wanted to be killed, because he recognizes that he's a being out of time, given a life that goes against his logic, goes against the very foundation of his being. Yeah, I can buy like a pin or whatever. Although I do feel for Savathun and Zevo Wrath, who wanted their brother back so badly. That Oryx is not the same Oryx that they knew. Like a very old past version of themselves. Like imagine you lost your sibling and then they came back, but they were 20 years younger. Kind of hard to think about if you're like young. It's easier if like you're an adult or something, but they're just not the same person. Even if you were with them during that time. Is that pronounced Hellborn? It's spelt weird. Close. Had been too close. The knowledge of the shape of the knife held out to her had burned itself into Sloane's mind. She could see it even now, though its weight did not bow the fabric of her thoughts as it had. I am pleased you returned to us safely, said close by. Very close. Sloane startled back, surprised that Eris had come so near without Sloane hearing her. Your loss at this stage would be catastrophic. Sloane's exhalation was half a laugh. I have a gift for understatement, she said, to cover how rattled she truly was by the experience of reforging Willbreaker. Eris's mouth flickered, the ghost of a smile there and gone again. This close, Sloane thought. She looked pale, paler, strained, containing the echo was wearing on her. Do you hear it still? Eris asked. Yes, Sloane admitted. She was compromised. It was her responsibility to be honest about it. A moment later, remembering, her gaze flicked over Eris's shoulder to where the echo hung, rolling with its own power, suspended in the grasp of Eris's magics. Not sure I want to talk about this here. He cannot hear us, Eris said simply, as if she had thought it and the matter was done. Honestly, that was probably the exact case. That was the nature of a throne world. Cautiously, Sloane experimented with relaxing her shoulders. Made her feel as if she might collapse at any slight gust, so she tightened them again. What it offered me, bulwark against despair. Never fear that I would be so overcome as to fall. Well, that would be falling in itself. Yes, Eris said. In simple echo of Sloane's earlier ascent, her trifold gaze was intense, searching. We feel foolish when we come back to ourselves for the choices we almost made. We laugh and say how stupid we were. Of course that was wrong. Of course we would never. Sloane's mouth tasted like ash. That offer is always going to be there, he said. Quiet's so quiet. The nagging fear that created the way in. Asa has my back, but if I wake up one day and just choose to jump into that abyss, it's my ally, my partner, but anchor doesn't do any good if the ship cuts the line. Choose not to. Again and again. Eris's smile was softer, even sympathetic. Someday you may find it valuable to let that knife rest where you may reach it, because you know you will not. Trust yourself, Deputy Commander. Sloan, as I trust you, even when you are infuriating. It's my job, Sloan cracked weakly. Her ribs were a cage with the door open, suddenly letting breath back in. She hadn't had that slow, methodical proof with Asa. He had had a moment, a prayer, and no alternative. Maybe Ares wasn't entirely wrong. The unspeakable risk back then had saved her. Those feelings still regarded her with that searching intent. In that pit, those feelings are not false simply because we may look back on them later and laugh. Remember that. Sloan would. Alright. So that was kind of at the end of the rule breaker thing. We probably should have read that before starting the final, but alright. The last chapter of the lore book. Apple. Oh, I wonder if this is like the calcified apples we find in the Pale Heart. Eris Morn looked up at the spiraled heights above her. It extended into an endless void, the library of her soul coiling beyond sight. All that she was, every moment of her past and her present, everything that could yet unfold inside her. My throne, she whispered. There was a frisson of excitement in her voice when she said this, a small tremble as her body tensed and relaxed. It thrilled her still to find herself here. Drifter came to stand beside her, and moved to reach for hers, but he hesitated, uncertain. This place can be anything you want, he asked. Anything, she answered in a sigh of comfort. What do you want? An earnest question. She turned and met his eyes. Oh, sorry, sinuses was getting stuffy. Joy, she said. Joy at last. For the first time in centuries, the thought of the future made Eris smile. We shall explore this place together, map my interiority, see what wonders I possess. He reached down and laid a palm on his chest, feeling the stutter of his heart. Put his hand over hers and twined their fingers together. You want that? Me? Here? Yes. He saw the delight in the turn of her turn of her mouth, a bright feeling in the rise and fall of her breath. Her throne was all she was and could be, and she had invited him to see it. Then I'll follow you, for as long as you want. Then follow. Eris turned and made a sweeping gesture with one hand. In that movement, there rose up a set of stairs that coiled upwards beyond sight. Their stone steps were bowed with the impressions of centuries of use. She had imagined something worn, and something worn had sprung from her thoughts. She began to climb the stairs. She did not know where they led. Took a few steps after her, then paused. "Moonlight," Drifter called. Nurse turned to look at him. Eyes were filled with wonder. "I kiss you." Starving man, she thought, who had found sustenance at last. And she too found something she had lost long ago. Something she thought irrecoverable. She closed the space between them. In these vast landscapes of her mind, in these endless halls of her design, they declared what was unspoken with a joyous press of her lips to his. And when they parted, she held out her hand. He took it, and then let her guide him up the stairs, into a world neither of them knew. Aw, it finally happened! It happened in a lore book, not, a cutscene, steel frame, or pencil art, or otherwise. But it finally happened. Interesting. I wonder what are these? Songs of Descent for Song of the Taken? Interest. Sing in the dark a new song, a wordless song. Raise the tocsin and the bone flute. Speak in the voice of the drum. Sing for the loss of the king. Sing for the loss of Willbreaker. Oryx, our geometer, shaped us. Before him we were nothing. Without him we are nothing. We are nothing in his command. The royal knife cuts away excess and leaves sweet pain. Willbreaker's blade is the length of the universe. It blots out stars and gives shade to the weary. All who tire of life in its struggle, all the sapient and cursed give way to the knife and its eclipsing will. Who are we without the Lord of Shapes? What hand will guide us? What knife will cut away that which we do not miss? What nerves will spark and signal our limbs to move? The king is agony, his absence worse. We look to the dark, we look for another, one to raise the blade of shaping. Sing in the dark a song of waiting, a patience song. Pluck at the hair-strung harp, cry out to the depths. Sing until an answer comes. Answer comes. Answer comes. We will it. The answer comes. I wonder if this is like taken chance. I think it would make sense if it was, but I don't know. The song for the knife. A call from the empty chambers, from the small and the weak. Reach into the deep, siblings, reach into the deep, cousins. Taken from among the many stars by the king, shaped anew and set adrift. We were nothing. We are nothing. We will be nothing. Raise your soundless voices, raise your arms in prayer signs. Feel the curdling, the deepest dark, a new shape for the god. Multiply your nullity. Expand the nothing of your heart. For every night anew, every evening again, let vacancy call a new tenant. Our plea begs an answer. Our objection creates mastery. Our vessel without a pilot demands a shipmaster's hand. We were nothing. We are nothing. We will be nothing. Repetition is our guide. Make habit our prayer. Perform rituals, siblings. Speak liturgy, cousins. And fill the pole of the king's throne. The star forms from dust. A new voice rises from the sea of screams. It answers our belief. It rises to our song. Our shipwreck gone adrift, we will be guided to shore. We were nothing, command us. Nothing, command us. We will be nothing, command us. O new silent voice in the dark, be our will, our guide, our king. Command us. I mean, the knife was the witness, so this could be talking about how the Taken became subjected to the witness. This could mean other things too. I don't know. A lot to think about. That's it for the story. No hints as to what frontiers would be. We do have some concept art that they had shown, and it kind of shows like a new human civilization. I don't know if it's within our solar system or if it's beyond. I can't recall if certain exoduses made it out of the system before the witness arrived. I shouldn't say the witness, before Nezarek arrived, because it was Nezarek who led the forces. During the first collapse. Yeah, we still know nothing. And when is Frontier supposed to launch? Oh. Usually they have a timer saying like season will end at this time, but no. we don't have that. Ooh, nice one. I guess we'll see. Yeah. As for Heresy, I think that was a great episode. It's felt like how the episode should have been. I get that Echoes was the first draft of it all. And it was fine. It was just the story wasn't paced well. They definitely learned their lesson from that. So I won't judge Echoes too harshly, especially since it was the first of the bunch. And it was developed like alongside Final Shape. Those always tend to have, I want to say, less manpower behind them. I don't want to say they're worse, because that's not true. But more effort goes into the DLC expansion than the first season that accompanies it. Which totally makes sense. What was the second season called? Crap. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to say Splicer, but that's not it. What's the second act called? Oh, I know how to look at this. Revenant. They tried the new system with releasing all the story at once, which would have worked fine, but they didn't alter how the story was delivered. So it was just a complete mess. I hope Bungie didn't take that too much to heart, because they converted something that should have been weekly into something that wasn't. That's why it felt bad. The story overall was okay. The struggle with Mithrax and Nezarek, it should have been more in the forefront. Pickerel was just a looming threat, but it wasn't, I don't know. I just didn't feel like the stakes of it all were really there. And had it been a week-to-week rollout, it would have felt worse, in my opinion. There just wasn't a lot, and it just would have been week to week to week, and you would have been like, okay. Maybe it would have felt better with like Mithrax, because we would have taken time to assess the situation. But certain story beats and stuff just didn't sit right. Like us releasing Aramis. It was so out of left field. I could see Ido doing it and suggesting it, but for us to jump alongside her and agree so quickly, like Bife said in his review video, it's so out of pocket. Heresy was good. That was a great balance between the content delivery and the story beats. The story itself, It's okay. Don't get me wrong. Fantastic story. Great story. People really love the Hive. People love Oryx and just the lore surrounding that race. And for good reason. For me, my biggest takeaways from all of this was just the clarifications on the Hive's past and their sword logic, and having a past Oryx before he resurrected his siblings. Commenting on all of those actions that occurred, and it kind of clarified a lot of that lore for me, which was nice. But we're still left with like, what's next? Right? Anyways, good episode. Don't want that taken away. Activities are great. Loot is fun. Only criticism I would have is for the Nether exploration activity. Make that different, or make it so you're not forced to just 3 areas, so it plays out exactly like the normal version. Make it an exploration. Have all the areas unlocked. Sure, where you spawn in is randomized, but allow the players to go to each of the different areas, have fun with each of the different secrets. Make it so I don't have to play the actual mechanics just to move on to the next area, or encourage me to leave the orbit, respawn back in, and just keep reloading until I get the area I want. That's not fun. I don't know what the technical limitations were for that implementation, but if you could implement that in the future, that'd be great. It's where you have like private modes of the Nether runs, and match made, and expert mode, and all that stuff. All right. That's it for the story. We'll see what happens week to week with Destiny. I know we'll probably have one more. Like Solstice of Heroes might come up in a few months. I know for sure we'll stream at least like the first week of that, because it's always fun to do. I don't really stream the grinding portions. My school semester's almost over. There's a new Bloons update that I want to check out. It's been out for a while, so it won't be the best stream, since everyone's already covered everything. But hopefully I can get that done. A bunch of games I want to just start playing and streaming. I just have not been doing because of school. Until then, thanks everyone who watched.